Hello, I'm Daniel. I wanted to figure out a way I could commemorate Ram Dass today. Ram Dass is a spiritual teacher who died yesterday, and he was in his 80s. He had been around a long time. He was a Harvard professor who left his job and went to be a spiritual seeker and became a great spiritual teacher, very well known, very beloved. And so he passed away. A lot of people thought he wouldn't live as long as he did. He had a stroke some years ago, but that left him debilitated. But he lived until yesterday, and now he's gone. So I wanted to figure out how I could commemorate him, and I found some meditation instructions that he wrote that I want to go over with you today. And I really like these. It's Vipassana meditation, which is very similar to what I teach, actually, but his words are better than mine. So I'm going to just guide you through this meditation written by Ram Dass of Vipassana meditation, okay? So I will begin. Vipassana, or insight meditation, is a fundamental Buddhist meditation drawn from Southern Buddhism. The focus, or primary object of this meditation, is the breath, and the beginning practice is just following the breath. Concentration on the breath is called anapana, and it is just bringing you right here now through the breath. Everyone breathes. We all have our individual differences, but we are all breathing in and breathing out. Sit comfortably with your body as straight as is comfortable. Your head, neck, and chest aligned. Take 2 or 3 intentional, slow, deep breaths. We're going to do 3. Take 3 intentional, slow, deep breaths. And close your eyes. Focus on your breath going in and your breath coming out. 2 ways you can do this are by focusing on the muscle in the solar plexus, which every time you breathe in moves in one direction, and every time you breathe out moves in another direction, rising, falling, and also by focusing on the inside of your nostrils at the tip of your nose as the air goes by. You'll feel a slight whisper of air on the in-breath, and as the air goes out, you will feel a slight whisper of air on the out-breath. Use whichever of these 2 spots is easiest for you to do. Pick one focus, either the rising and falling of the muscle in the abdomen, or the air going by the tip of your nose, and stay with it for a period of at least 15 minutes. You are like the gatekeeper at the gate. Cars go in and cars go out. You don't need to see where they go. You just notice the breath going in, breathing in, and breath going out, breathing out. Your job is solely to focus your awareness on your primary object of the breath in the gentlest way possible. Your awareness is going to wander. It's going to be grabbed by many stray thoughts. You'll sit down and you'll say, breathing in, breathing out, or rising, falling. Then the thought will come, this will never work. Now you can either take that thought, this will never work, and immediately go off on another train of thought. And even though you have instructions to follow, you just ignore them, and then the meditation time is over. That's okay, or at some point when you get tired of that, you can say, gee, all I was going to do for these 15 minutes was watch my breath. This is just another thought. Maybe I'll just let it go and I'll go back to watching my breath. See, that's a strategy for gently bringing your mind back to the breath, for coming back to your awareness. The art is not to get violent with your own thoughts. Don't try to push them away. Don't feel guilty because you're thinking them. They're just thoughts. Very gently, again and again, simply bring your awareness back to the primary object of meditation. Breathing in, breathing out. Just keep coming back to the focus of your meditation, back to the breath, back to the awareness of the breath. Whether your breathing gets fast or slow doesn't matter. Just notice it. Don't try to change it, but just notice it. You're merely remaining aware, the gatekeeper watching the gate open and close. Any sounds, smells, sensations, just let them come and let them go. And bring your awareness back to either the rising and falling or breathing in and breathing out. If your mind wanders, just notice it. Then very gently bring it back to breathing in and breathing out, or rising and falling. Wherever your mind is now, just notice where it is and very gently bring it back to rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. It helps to think to yourself, breathing in, breathing out. With each breath, that is perfectly okay. If it helps to count breaths, try counting to 10. Count each in and out breath cycle as 1. And then start over. If your mind wanders off in the middle, start over. Sometimes it can be really hard to get to 10, but don't judge yourself. Don't get frustrated. There's no success or failure, only your awareness of the breath. All the sounds, everything that comes into your ears, just notice them as more thoughts and come back to your breath. There's nothing you need to think about now other than breathing in and breathing out, or rising and falling. Notice the shape and form as the breath goes by. The beginning, middle, and end of the in-breath, the space between, the beginning, middle, and end of the out-breath, and again, the space. If you experience agitation or confusion or boredom or bliss or anything, just see it as another thought. Notice it and bring your awareness back to rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. If you begin to doze, take a few deep intentional breaths. Rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. All the feelings in your body, the sounds, the sensations, the tastes, the smells, the sights, just notice them coming and going and bring your awareness back to the primary object of meditation. Firm your seat, head straight, rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. If you're getting to the end of your sit, use these last minutes consciously. There's no beginning and no end. Every breath is the first and last. Gently but firmly, each time your mind wanders, bring it back to rising and falling, or breathing in and breathing out. Be vigilant, but gentle. Bring the awareness back to the primary object of meditation, basic attention to the breath. If your mind becomes agitated in the course of the day, bring it back to the breath, rising and falling, breathing in and breathing out. Om. So we will just sit for a few minutes doing these instructions that we have received from Ram Dass. So close your eyes. Notice your in-breath. Notice your out-breath. In, out. In, out. And we will just sit here like this for a few minutes. In, out. Thank you for taking the time to do this meditation with me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And I want to just give you a quote from Ram Dass that just means the world to me. He said, I want my life to be a statement of love and compassion, and where it's not, that's where my work lies. So he was all about trying to be more loving and trying to just love everything all the time. And it's a hard thing to do, but that's an ideal we can try to live up to. So that's where our work lies, because it's very easy to be cynical or to feel dislike. I guess it's maybe not that easy to feel hatred, but it's really easy to just not like everything around us, right? And to feel cynical and jaded and unhappy. And if we can learn how to love everything, then we can find a lot of joy. So that's all I wanted to say today. I really like these insight meditation instructions, and I really like Ram Dass. So that's it. Have a good day.